Barbie's Jeans Designs, and I'm getting ready to do an order for a retro sling, and I thought, you know what, I'll just record it. I think I have a couple out there, but you can never have too many of these because you do things differently every time. At least I do. So we're going to do it again. It's out of wax canvas. I do have a cutting out video for this one, so be sure to go check that out. And then let's get started on making the retro sling by Kandou patterns. I don't have any left. They've all sold, and this is another one that's going to sell. But here's the pattern: the retro style sling bag by Kandou patterns. It's a fantastic pattern. I carry one a lot myself. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is on pattern piece A, which is this piece, we're gonna attach the zipper pocket. This is the back panel. So let me bring it down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm using my handy dandy fabricator today. She has felt extremely neglected, and I decided I'd use her. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do the zipper pocket first. She gives you very good directions in the pattern. Let me find my piece here, hold the phone, on where to place it, how much up from the bottom you want to put it to where your pattern piece starts. And then how much from the side. Let me just see. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then in from the side, actually that is perfect. How did that happen? My piece isn't even here on top. That's actually pretty perfect. Oh, it's only, it's just a little less than that. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to sew around that. And then I'm using purple variegated thread, and I'm using an 18 gauge needle. If you haven't tried wax canvas, you really should. It sews beautifully. Somebody asked me if it gets my needle or anything gunky, and it does not. It does not. I think if that's what I used exclusively, it might, but not this. And I don't use it every day. Wax canvas. All right, let's cut our zipper pocket out. This is not like any, this is just the same as any other zipper pocket, where you put the facing on the front and then turn it, and or the lining on the front and then turn it in. Since this is waterproof canvas that I'm using, and it will fold pretty good, but not perfectly, so we'll see how it goes. It does pretty good, actually. This is waterproof cotton, I should say. It's not waterproof canvas. It's waterproof cotton from Lauren Marmino, and it's the Critical roses with dice on it. It's got a really nice feel, and it's just beautiful. It's not heavy, but it's substantial. I wouldn't say that it's light, but it's very nice. I know I talk about Lauren's stuff all the time, and I don't get paid anything. She doesn't give me anything for free. And I had somebody contact me recently about using their products. They were going to send me a bunch of stuff for free, and I thought, no, I'm not getting into that. Yeah, if somebody wants to send it to me, I will use it and give a review, just like I do anything I even buy. But I'm not gonna say, yes, I'll review your product, send it to me for free. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, I have my zipper ready to go. Let me put some double-sided tape on here. You guys are gonna laugh at me. I had to get set up to have some double-sided tape over here and some double-sided tape by my Thor, because I was using both the other day when I was making something off camera, and I thought, I am not going to go and move things back and forth, because I will be going back and forth a fair amount, you know, between the two machines, just like you would expect. But I'm not gonna do that. So I had duplicates of 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch. You know, you always have to buy it, and you don't have to buy it in bulk, but you have to buy plenty of it. And so I had extra rolls. I had extra rolls of all of it. So this is 8 inch. This is from Waywack. Very sticky. All right. And I want my zipper pull going up. So I'm going to take this top tape off first and keep it from sticking to my zipper pull and me. And I'm going to give myself some good distance there so it's nice and even. Then I'll take the bottom zipper pull, the bottom double-sided tape off, and we'll get that on there nice and even. This is a very visible zipper, so just keep that in mind. It's on the back, but it's still very visible. And don't forget to pull your pull in. These are those roses from Lauren too, and they're big. I am using antique gold hardware today. All right, let's sew that all the way around. And I will pull those threads to the back. All right, so now we have that zipper pocket complete. Look at that. Those purple roses in there. So cute. All right. Let's see. You should do your D-ring connectors now. Let's see if I can find my pieces. Here they are. I just made a bunch of pieces. I honestly don't know if I have enough. We'll see. Let me get them ready. Hold on. All right, these D-ring connectors are just little pieces. Wax canvas does not like double-sided tape. It doesn't stick to it. But the beautiful thing is you just fold it like that and it stays. And I just used an awl or a stiletto to score it as well, and that stays. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's stitch these together. 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I'm just going to chain stitch them. These two are for the strap connectors on the sides. You actually need 4 or 5 D-rings. I can't ever remember that. I don't know why. I think you need 5. All right, let's put those right there. Make sure your inside is the wrong side. And now we're going to grab our strap connectors. I had them. And again, it calls for some double-sided tape. This is wax canvas. It won't stay. So we're just going to stitch these two together on the bottom. Nothing fancy. I'm not even back stitching that because it doesn't matter. It's going to be inside once we get it inside. So now we're going to take our little, this is the side connector, not the strap connector, the side connector. And we are going to put our D-ring right, fold it in half, this long ways. And for me, I have this beautiful wax canvas that will stay folded. Love it. There are a lot of advantages. I'm trying to think of disadvantages. Can't think of any. All right, now we're going to put our D-ring in there as close as we can, just like that. And we're going to sew 2 or 3 edges. Let me see. So just like that. Then we're going to sew across this top and down this side. This is a folded edge, so you don't have to stitch that unless you want to. key is just to get it nice and even. On both of these. I'm using the variegated thread, so in some spots it doesn't look like it's doing what it's supposed to, but it's actually very beautiful. So another one, hold your thread. Talking to myself. And down. And I started with a really small bobbin because I'm trying to bobbin dump. And I won the bobbin war, guys. It just ran out. It's a beautiful thing. I have another one ready to go. Sometimes you can plan that, and sometimes you can't. I didn't plan it, but it worked out beautifully. All right, so there you have those two. And there's some little dog ears here. I'm just gonna cut off. So there you have two of those. We are gonna go ahead and put that on our back piece. Now, I marked on the back where they go. And she has them, this is something I think I talked about in my last video. She has them going down like this. It doesn't matter. I did it this way on the one that I use all the time, and it's fine. A lot of people think it should go this way, and because I'm selling this to somebody, I'm doing it the way it is in the pictures that I have on my website. Okay, let me grab my rivets. Let's mark them right there. And there. And obviously you're only going through your connector here, not your anything else. Don't forget to lift it from your back panel. And don't go through any threads either, because then your threads would have the potential to unravel. And that wouldn't be good. So there you go. That'll give those D-rings a little stability. Okay, let me go press those. I'll be right back. All right, so now take your two pocket pieces. I think it's called, she calls it the internal back pocket. These are wrong sides together. I know it feels weird. It works. But these are the bottom half of piece A. I forget them every single time. So I had to go cut them. And then we're just gonna baste all the way around that, and then we're gonna add a little topper to this raw edge. So you need those two additional pieces. All right, so that's what you have. Now we're gonna grab our internal piece A, which I have right here. And we are just going to lay that on the bottom. So you have a nice big pocket. It's very nice. All right, now we're gonna put this back piece wrong sides together with our other back piece. Center your centers if you can. So wrong sides together. I cut off my center mark here, so we'll just have to guess. And I think the last time I made this bag, I went over my D-ring with my needle. Actually, that is pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so this completes the back portion of the bag. So you have your zipper, your two D-ring connectors. The zipper pocket is pretty big. What I've used this for when we're on trips or anywhere really, if I have a little extra cash, I have put it in here because this is next to your body. Don't usually carry cash, but if I do, that's where it goes. All right, next step. All right, so grab your webbing piece, put your slider on. And I'm gonna fold mine over. I have started to do this so that the webbing doesn't start to fray. Even though I burnt it, it sometimes starts to fray, and I don't want to do that with stuff I'm selling. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 rows of stitches to secure that. Ooh, I see some gook on my needle. I'm gonna have to get that off. Put some sewer's aid on it. Okay, one more row. I'll do that here in a second. Just make sure you're not getting close to your hardware. Talking to myself. Excellent. Now grab your swivel clasp and just make sure it's going on the right side and things aren't twisted. Bring it back up and through your swivel clasp or your slide adjuster, just like that. And if for some reason it gets twisted, most of the time you can move these while they're on. Yeah, mine did, and I just had to move it. All right, so now we're gonna grab our shoulder strap pieces. And take one of your pieces. I'm not sure I'm going to use that foam. I might have to go cut a regular piece of foam. It's very sticky. Although I could put it on before I even put them together. Maybe that's what I'll do. So on the right side of your strap connector, we're going to attach, oh, I need another piece. Hold on, please. No, I always get confused with this part, so just bear with me. So with your piece that you just created, your strap, with the slide adjuster facing down, we are going to attach this centered. And I don't have my piece centered. Hold on. Let me get it nice and centered. Right side up for our strap connector. Our strap connector. And this slide adjuster is facing down. Okay, and then we're gonna baste that in place. Now, okay, I gotta decide. Let me see something here. Yeah, it's way too. It's way too long. I think it's the right width, but it's way too long. So let me just cut about a 1/2 inch off. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start from this end. Take the paper off. And don't stick it down until you're comfortable where it is, because you won't get it back up. Just saying. I might have to reach out to Nancy and see if there's a better way to do it. See, it's way up here, and that's okay. That's really okay. All right, now we're gonna put these right sides together. All right, so I have a needle, a knitting needle. It does have a point on it, so I do have to be a little careful. And I'm just poking out the corners. It takes a little time. It's well worth it to get it to look decent. The foam in here, the Theritex foam, is beautiful. It really is. I like it. I don't like how sticky it is and how it gums up your needle. In fact, I need to put some sewer's aid on here. Let me find my sewer's I'm a believer in this sewer's aid. I truly am. Now, you know, whether it really works or not, I think it does. All right, let me get the next step ready. So the next thing is I'm gonna create 2 more D-rings. I actually think we need 3 more, but I'm gonna just do them at one or that all together, and then as I need them, I'll cut them off. So again, this is a 2-inch piece I just folded into the center. And I am just going to thread scissors. Very bad part. Okay. Grab my other D-ring here. I'm just going to sew across the bottom. This time I'm going to make notes of how many D-rings I need. All right, so with this strap right side facing up, in other words, this side facing up, you want to attach your D-ring to this bottom edge. Need a bigger clip and baste it in place. So this is right side up, our D-ring is here, and we're just gonna baste that in place. And I'm gonna push it down a little. It doesn't need to be hanging out that much. Okay. And I am going to cut that one off. I don't need that extra. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, next you're going to grab your strap connector, these 2 pieces. And we're going to put those wrong sides together. And with the wax canvas, I don't really have a right or wrong side. Some canvases you do, but not this one. And we're going to sew down each side at the seam allowance in the pattern. Just on the sides. Both sides. And then we're going to attach this portion in the top here, just like this. It's going to go inside to the top. Make sure your D-ring's down, at least I am. Just like that. It's in the top there. And then we're going to sew across that at the same seam allowance. Again, make sure your D-ring is out of the way. And then we're going to do some trimming. We're going to trim down here, and we're going to trim up here. And yeah. That's good enough. And then you're going to pull that out. This is much easier to do. It's a small piece for one thing. You can pull the D-ring if you want to. That helps. And then grab some kind of a poking tool, which, you know, is over by Thor, so I'll just use this. Maybe it's not. Let me see. No, it isn't. It's right here. I prefer to use this. And poke out your corners. Don't do it too bad, so you don't want to go through your fabric. That's actually very good. Okay. All right, so this is what you should have. The right side of your swivel cloth, or your slide adjuster, and the D-ring goes right there. It's a beautiful thing. Now, if you opted for a swivel, I'm going to use a magnetic snap. This is really used to hang it on or carry it if you choose to do that. I'm not going to put another D-ring here. That's what I was talking about. Depending on which version that you're doing, you could put another D-ring here, but I'm not doing that. So let me get the next step ready. All right, so with your strap, look how cushy that is. You may not be able to tell, but it's pretty cushy. I think it's nice. So with your strap, right side up, it's right side up, we're gonna just attach it to the center of that completed back piece. So we need to, you're going to want to do this, is somehow fold this up and out of the way. Right in the center. That's one reason why I got these big clips. So I can clip things out of the way. Really makes a difference. Just like that. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna grab, put that out of the way for a minute. You're gonna grab your piece F. I'm gonna need that. Your piece G, which is your other zipper pocket lining. And your piece H. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing by creating a zipper. I got to remember how far down this is. Hold on. Okay, 1 inch. Okay, so 1 inch down from the top of your zipper panel on the wrong side, we're going to create our zipper, the hole for our zipper. And then in the pattern, she tells you how far over it should be from the side. Okay, we're done with that piece. I'm trying to get pieces out of my Y. So on this one, she has you use fusible lace. I'm not gonna do that. I think we cut this piece in two though. Let me remind myself. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why I thought we cut that in half, but we don't. All right, so this is your front piece, and you're gonna line your zipper panel up just like she tells you to in the pattern. And we're gonna do this a zipper pocket exactly like we did the other one that was going to the side. So this one I'm gonna back stitch. All right, let's put our zipper in, and I want mine closing to the left. So I'm gonna put the top portion in first. All right, I finally got my tags in. I got antique bronze. I got the other three colors: rose gold, antique bronze, and matte black. So now I can just match. I know. All right, now I'm going to make my snap hook connector. And I'm kind of improvising this. I don't want any raw edges. I think the piece that she has you use is raw edge. So I just made a 3 by 4 inch piece. The inside is all hidden. So I'm just going to top stitch that. This is probably too long. I probably won't use all this, but you never know. It was a scrap piece, and I gotta put some more sewer's aid on my needle. I'm using a lot of double side tape. That's okay. All right, so then I'm gonna fold this over just like that. And let me see how I'm gonna want to do this. It's probably too long. So I'm gonna do it about like that, and then we'll add our snap. I'm thinking, yeah, I wanna close it off on the sides. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch since I've already done an 8. I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch. Okay, now we are going to attach it here, centered, and I'm going to go up just about 1/4 inch. It's probably a little too long. And I'm going to attach it right there. Then I'm going to grab my magnetic snap, which is a rivet magnetic snap. There's two options. You could do a magnetic snap, or you could do a swivel hook. I think the first one I did a swivel hook, and then these two I've done, actually 3 more, I've done a magnetic snap, which I actually prefer. I think I'm going to hold off on this for just a minute to see. Yeah. She doesn't have you do it yet, which is good. All right, now we're going to put our lining on, right sides together. And we're only going to stitch, hold on please. All right, so now we're going to stitch just from these corners up and around the top. See what's in the pattern. Turn it right side out after we clip it a little. Okay, so we're going to clip our tops here, clip the corners. And I like to clip everything but the tab here. Let me show you what I'm doing, because it does help. So I'm not going to clip this here, but I am going to put little clip marks in the curve. I say I'm not going to clip, and then I just proceed to clip. I trimmed the corners on the top. not clipped it. I trimmed it. Be helpful if I got my words right, wouldn't it? Okay. So now we're going to turn it right side out. It's easier if there's a D-ring up here, I will say. But it's very doable without. Because you can grab this little tab once you get close to it and pull it out. There we go. And then use whatever tool you have to push out the corners. I try and do it with my fingers initially, so I don't have to worry about getting too hard with this little tool. Pretty good. Okay. Pretty good. So now we are going to put, let me see which side, it doesn't really matter. But typically it's the male portion right here in the center of your magnetic snap. And it goes on the underside. Now, if you have a prong magnetic snap, you would have wanted to do this beforehand. I probably should have mentioned that. Okay, just like that. Then we are going to top stitch this portion. Looks really good. And then she suggests putting 2 more rivets here. Yeah, just on the outside. So I probably will do that. But let me top stitch first. Otherwise I won't be able to get her done. No. Hold, please. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Top stitching 1/8 of an inch. So I ordered these tags. It was probably only 3 weeks ago. They're pretty fast. I got them from the same guys I got my first batch from, and I was pretty pleased. Let me do one more stitch here. I'll show you the other ones to you. So I got the matte black. Man, I can't hold on to it. It's really hard to see it. The matte black, because it's black on black, and I wanted it that way. So, and then the rose gold is a little easier to see. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. I love it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple more rivets right here and right here, and then I'll go press them all. You know, rivets really make a difference, I think. They really dress something up a little bit. Oh, that's a gunmetal. How'd that baby sneak in there? Okay, let me go press that. All right, so that's what we have. There's the magnetic snap. So let's set that aside for just a second and take your inner front panel H, and we're gonna put those two pieces, mine are the same piece, wrong sides together and baste those in place. Make sure I caught it all. Oh, there's a tiny spot up here that I didn't catch. Okay, I'm just gonna trim this just a little. Doesn't match. Alright, so take that face up, doesn't matter. Mine's the same on both sides. And we're gonna line these up. And before I do that, I am gonna base this bottom in place so it doesn't move around on me, because it's kind of shifting for me. She probably told you to do that in an earlier step. Yeah. Let's just place those in place all the way around. And my pieces don't match perfectly, and that's okay. I kind of knew that when I was cutting them out. So just trim them. Don't get too trim happy. Okay. Right now. Now let's match our centers on the bottom. And then this front pocket is supposed to have a little bit of a give. So So you want to make sure that when you're putting it on, your number one, you're matching your gusset. And it matches pretty well, but you want to make sure that you pull it towards the side. It will have ever so slight give, and I'll show you that here in a second. And I find it easier, much easier to use clips for this part. They just hold better. So let me show you here. There is just a tiny little gap here, which is perfect. That's where I keep my cell phone. So it's nice and handy. It's on the front. I can easily access it. And then we're just going to baste that in place. All the way around. And there you have it. So there's where you have a finished front pocket. And you have a finished front zipper pocket, which is actually pretty big. Cute, 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 cute. All right, next. All right, so grab your top zipper. And I did close off the end of this zipper after I put my zipper pull on. And we're going to attach this. Sorry, I was listening. With the teeth. Sorry. Going in upside down. So right side of my zipper is the right side to the right side of my top piece. And then you're going to take your other piece and lay that right sides down and sew it together at the full seam allowance. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So she has your clip. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. So what I am gonna do is I am gonna trim just one side of my fabric. I am not clipping into my zipper tape. I know controversy out there about that, and I know some people do. I don't like it. I want the things that I make to last a very long time. So that's good enough. And then you're going to turn it and top stitch. centered. And I had my centers marked, but I don't see them anymore. So let's find it again. I should have done, and I'm going to open it up because I want to put a piece of Decaville in there. That's okay. Let me just open it up. I can always close it back up. Because all it is these two pieces. And I want a piece of, a couple of pieces actually, of Decaville Heavy. That snap is going to get a lot of use. Now, where's my mark? Right there. Alright, let's open this. I only have 1,000 seam rippers, you know, but when you need one, you don't have one. That figures, doesn't it? Alright, let's put our snap in. It's over here. And it needs to be on the right side. That would be helpful. And then I'm just gonna wiggle these in here. Here we go. So it goes like this. It's a beautiful thing. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we have our snap here. I did press that, and I did put a couple pieces of Decaville Light in there, or Heavy actually. So now take your outside gusset, and we are going to line this up with our zipper panel. Right sides together on both sides. And I'm going to close this zipper up so it stays closed for me. Perfect. And then we're going to bring this other edge up. Mine is way off, so I need to do a measurement, so hold on. All right, so my measurement was way off on my gussets. It is a little bit bigger. It really depends on how close you got to your zipper. So don't really worry about that at all. So we're just putting our right side of our gusset, our bottom gusset, to the right side of our zipper gusset, okay? Then if you want to do them at the same time, take your lining piece and match those up to the lining side on both sides. And I have extra zipper tape here. That's okay. I'll cut that off here in a little bit. I just like to do them at the same time. I didn't do it when I first started doing these types of gussets at all. So now we're going to use the seam allowance in the pattern. Make sure your zippers pulls are outside. Trim my excess zipper tape off. And then I'll do the other side. I'm just going to pull my zipper out of the way. And I'm just using one zipper pull. I've used two before. It doesn't really matter. You can use one or two. You have to open it really all the way to get anything, so I've really kind of resorted to using one. But if you like two, then I would use two. Okay. I'm just burning my zipper. And then we are going to turn those on both sides, right side out. And top stitch on both ends, and then we will baste our gussets together. Same thing on this side. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm holding my threads. I'm not very good at that with this machine, but I've got to do it with Thor. So I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it. No matter what machine you're using. Okay, now let's center this up and we'll just put this gusset together and baste it all the way around. And I'll do that on fast forward. All right, so now take your panel with the zipper side attached to the front pocket. I mean the front piece. So my front piece, let me just show you, is like this. And I pushed down my pocket inside And now I'm just lining up my gusset with the side here. I am gonna have to flip my corners, I'm pretty sure. So match up your centers, match up your gusset sides. It's probably easier to unzip and then clip it all the way around. All right, so I decided to go ahead and use this for my binding. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I use something that's a little more contrasting, but rather than have to change threads and all of that, I'm just going to use this. Plus I think it'll look really good. But I've got to put two pieces together. So you lay those right sides together, add a diagonal, and then you stitch at a diagonal. And then we'll cut that off. And then you have a nice continuous piece. This should be enough for both sides. So I am gonna I'm gonna bind this side before I move on, but I'm gonna clean it up just a little so it's even. The corners are always, you know, you just have to clean those up just a little bit. Not much. Don't cut your zipper tape. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna start at the bottom. And I cut my binding. It depends on the application, but most of the time, and it depends on what I'm using for binding, I cut it about anywhere from 7/8 of an inch to 1 1/8. Because these materials are very stiff, I did 1 1/8. Just barely over 1/8 of an inch. Now, it's gonna probably challenge me on the zipper tape. So, let me see. I forgot about that. This one is right next to the zipper tape. So, I'm gonna trim this up a little. Just on this side. I forgot about that. So I'm going to go trim my binding to probably closer to the 7/8. I'll just do it with you. Because you do not, the last thing you want to do is get too close to your zipper teeth. Then it's just going to get stuck. So I'm just cutting that off. I don't want that. I forgot about how this one is right next to the zipper teeth. All right, that should do it. We'll see. Yeah. The other side isn't as important, but I guarantee you, you do not want to get too close to zipper teeth, because then it won't open and close like you want it to. I would say the majority of the time I do just a little less than an inch. But if I'm not close to any zippers, I'll do the full inch. Yeah. Much better. You know, sometimes you just forget. And I'm going to close my zipper. Just to get around it. All right, then take your back piece and make sure you have your centers on the top and bottom marked, and that you have your gussets marked on the sides. So I just start with the bottom gusset. Let's go to the top. And then the gussets. All right, let's do this other side, and then we'll bind the other side and do our strap, and we'll be done. Oh, our strap's done. What am I saying? It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's turn it right side out. The binding was pretty easy. No interfacing. So with wax canvas and this waterproof cotton, you really don't need it. It'll be a booger to turn. Just because both of those materials are fairly stiff. It's very doable though. Just have to take your time. I will say, when it comes to binding, I do, let's make sure that works. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I do prefer waterproof canvas over the fold over elastic. I think they both really have their purpose. The fold over elastic, I think, is easier to put on. It has a little more give, but the waterproof canvas gives the bag much more structure. So there's that. It depends on what your purpose is. So just get it pushed out on all edges. This is such a cute bag. All right, so here's our zipper pocket back here. Perfect. Our nice big slip pocket inside. The zipper works perfect. Look at that. And then you can, depending on you, you can clip your silk clasp to either side. I always put 2 on here, especially when it's for a customer that I don't know what their desires are as far as which side they prefer, right or left. I'm just doing a little inspection here. There it is. You know, I think I like the magnetic snap. But you've got plenty of room here to put your cell phone, because that's where I put my cell phone. And if you want to just leave it down, you can. I probably wouldn't. But then it just snaps right in place. You take your snap off. It's easier with a snap to get in and out of the bag. And then on the inside, you got really tons of room. See the gusset? See how big the gusset is? That's it, guys. The Retro Sling by Kandou Crafts. I'd go try it. And then if you want to hang it somewhere, you got the D-ring here. Love, love, love it. Love it. I'm just looking for any little hairs. I don't see any. That's amazing. All right, there's a Kandou Sling, wax canvas, waterproof cotton. And this is a bag that's already sold. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.